guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, my name's Katie. I am the owner of BG Fitness, and this is your Balance with Bells 12-week progressive strength and conditioning program. Today is going to be your first upper body day. This is day number 2 of the program. Every workout that I do, I kind of go with, there's 6 components of the workout that we're going to go through to make it an effective and challenging workout for you. If you're feeling ready, you got your water with you, you got your equipment, all you really need for this workout is probably 2 different weights in kettlebells, either a 8-kilo kettlebell and a 12-kilo, or 8-kilo and a 16-kilo, depending on where you're at strength-wise. But again, just take what you need from this workout. If anything feels a little bit off, or you feel like you're struggling or can't really get the technique down, just go with body weight and go through the movement patterns with your body weight for the first set, and then you can increase your weight with the second and third set and so forth. So with that being said, I'm super pumped to just get into it. This workout honestly has so many great exercises for just functional, realistic fitness in the real world. We're going to be training kind of like some push-pull movements, going overhead with the kettlebell, which I love, and really engaging the core through it all. So let's jump into our movement pattern. I have 4 exercises up on the board. So we're gonna do some bird dogs, walkouts. We're gonna do a floor press, get down on the floor, floor press into arm bar, and then do some kneeling windmills as well, just to get nice and warm. The shoulders are a huge risk of injury if you're not nice and warm for your upper body workouts. So we're going to do 10 reps of each of those. So if you're ready, get down on your mat and we'll get started. So into tabletop position or beast position on all fours, you're just going to engage the core, belly button to spine, and opposite arm with opposite leg shoots out, toes pointing at your mat, heel up to the sky. And really squeeze the glute at the top, trying to form one linear line from fingertip to heel. And that's 5, 6, and focus on your breathing. So nice big exhale at the top of the movement. And squeeze that core at the top. Inhale. Good, and one more. Awesome, so that's your bird dog. And then we're gonna jump into our walkouts. So at the edge of your mat, feet shoulder width apart. We're gonna reach down for our toes, slight bend in the knee, walk ourselves out into our plank position. Big exhale at the top of this plank. Squeeze the tummy, belly button to spine, really engage the core. And then we're gonna drive back hard, really engaging the shoulders. Okay, 10 reps here. Reach down, plank, exhale, connect the core, and drive back hard. And stand tall at the top. Plank. Drive back and drive the hips forward. This is 4. Drive back tall. When you drive your hips forward at the top of this movement, it really is a part of your hinge patterning for your kettlebell swing. So really do that with conviction. Push these hips forward, squeeze the glutes at the top, nice big exhale, and back down. Drive it up. Good, 2 more. Last one. Squeeze the tummy. And drive back. Good, shake out those arms. Hopefully your wrists and your shoulders are starting to feel warm. We're gonna jump down onto the floor. grab, if this is your first time using kettlebells, just use body weight. So you're just gonna have a pretend weight in your hand as we move through this until you get the patterning down, and then you can grab a kettlebell. So I'm just gonna grab an 8-kilo kettlebell, put it at the top of my mat. I'm gonna demonstrate left side first. So you guys can do this with me. Down on the ground. The side that you're gonna work, your weighted side, is gonna be the side that your leg is up to stabilize. Okay, so we're using this foot to push into the ground as we push the kettlebell off the floor. At the top of this movement, you wanna be looking at your kettlebell, elbow nice and tight and straight. As soon as you lose that lock, you're at risk of hitting yourself in the face with the kettlebell, okay? Nice and tight, shoulder engaged. This arm goes up overhead. We're gonna push with this stabilization leg, push our hips over and bring your stabilization leg over to the other side. Then this is your arm bar. So you're gonna sit your shoulder back into the scapular socket and just hold for 5 seconds, feeling all those little stabilization muscles wake up through the shoulder and the back and the chest, trying to stabilize the kettlebell overhead. Then we're gonna swing this leg back into our original position and drop the kettlebell back down into the socket, nice and close to the chest, keeping your wrist nice and tight. If you're gonna do this with just body weight, push to the sky, big punch, push the hip up and over, and just rotate your rotator cuff through, engaging that scapular area, and then bringing it back into neutral and back down, okay? Push, knee comes around and stabilize. And back down. Push the hips up, down, and stabilize the kettlebell overhead. Elbow locked. Good, let's switch sides. To switch sides with the kettlebell, it's always a good idea so you don't hurt yourself to go around overhead. I find that's my favorite way to get to the other side, okay? This leg up, nice big drive, lock the elbow at the top, hand goes up, push with the hip, and have that elbow locked out, and rotate through. Good. Bring the stabilization leg back around. Kettlebell comes back down. Drive with the chest, push with the hip. Bring this leg around and stabilize. Good. Really sink into that position with your leg and your hip. And bring it back down. One more rep. Push. Good, always keeping eyes on that kettlebell, elbow locked. Core nice and engaged. And bring it back around. Good. This arm here, if you don't want to keep it up overhead, if you're struggling with that, you can put it wherever you want so that it's working for you, but it does kind of need to be up out of the way. And then you can use it to bring yourself back. Okay, whew. I don't know about you guys, but that really warmed up my upper area of my shoulders. Okay, now we're gonna get into a kneeling windmill. So again, if you wanna just use body weight, you can for the first couple reps or for the whole exercise. I'm going to use a kettlebell just so I can demonstrate properly. So one leg up, one leg down, open up this hip socket here. We're gonna grab our kettlebell with the arm that the leg is up into a rack position. Okay, drive the kettlebell overhead, elbow nice and locked out. We're gonna reach down our leg, hand on the floor, and then drop down into our elbow and push back in the hips. Okay, again, lots of stabilization. Hand goes up into neutral position, okay? Reach back down to the elbow. Keeping that kettlebell as your center of gravity overhead is very important so you don't end up knocking yourself out. And breathing. Two more. Good job, guys. Switch sides. Okay, bring this up into a rack position. Drive overhead. Reach down to the floor. Elbow down. Sit back into the hip. That first rep might feel a little bit sticky, a little bit tight, and drive up. If you're not quite there yet to get your elbow down to the floor, just come to here for now. And then come back up. Okay, down to the fingertips. Hang out there, stretch out the hips for a second, and drive back up. Okay. Good stuff, guys. Awesome. That's our movement prep. So those 4 exercises that we're just going to go one time through. Now we're going to move on to our CNS connection. The part of your workout where you really connect your mind with your body. Get yourself kind of in the zone and focused on what you're doing. And get the heart rate up so that you are getting the blood flowing and just getting ready to go. Okay? So for this, we're going to do some quick mountain climbers, 20 reps, high knees, 20 reps, and then quick feet, 20 reps. Okay, nice and easy. Get that heart rate up. So let's get down on our mat into our plank position. Nice quick 20 reps with the mountain climbers. 1, 2, 3. Good job, guys. Jump it up, high knees. Awesome, guys. Okay, quick feet. Feet in a wide stand, hands up, core nice and tight. Let's go. Good job, guys. All right, shake it out. Grab a quick drink. We're gonna go through that one more time. I don't know about you, but I chug water while I'm working out. Okay. Down into our quick mountain climbers, 20 reps. Good job. Right into your high knees. Good. Right into your quick feet. Nice and wide. Get low on these ones. Feel the glutes start to burn and push through. Good. And walk it out. All right, guys, that's 1 and 2 down. We're going to jump into the third component of our workout here, which is technique. So with the kettlebell, technique is absolutely everything. If you don't have a good form and a good understanding of how you're moving the bell, it can lead to injury and just not really being able to progress over time. If you want to be able to start lifting heavy weights, getting into the 16 kilo, 24 kilo, and so forth, you need to have really good form, a really good foundation from the start. So in our lower body workout, our first one, we worked on a 2-handed deadlift. So today we are going to work on our 2-hand dead clean. So instead of coming up to just a standing position with our arms nice and loose, we're gonna clean the bell up into the rack position. So we're gonna go through 3 sets of that, 3 sets of 5 reps, and just taking it slow, focusing on our form. There we go. So just like our two-handed deadlift, you're gonna have the kettlebell in between your toes, hinge, break at the hips, grab your kettlebell, chest is nice and tight, shoulders back, glutes engaged. You're gonna drive your feet through the floor, standing up to neutral position, and then using that momentum from the hips, you're gonna allow the kettlebell to float up and catch it in rack position. So I'm gonna do a couple reps to show you. Nice deep breath in at the bottom, exhale at the top. Okay, 5 reps here, push through the floor. Good job, guys. So that's 5 there. Take a little break, and then I will just demonstrate a few more times for you. So to get into our ready position, we're gonna bend the knees, break at the hips, load the hamstrings and the glutes, reach down to our kettlebell. Our arms are just extensions of our core, okay? So we're not bending our elbows, we're just letting them hang, elbows locked, okay? Good. And 3. Good. If you're ready to get into your next set, set number 2, if you felt that was super easy and light, grab your heavier set of kettlebells, okay? Right over top. Let's go, 5 reps. Drive through the floor. Hips come forward. Neutral stance at the top. Good job, guys. Take a little break. Last set here. Again, if you're ready to move up in weight, give it a try. If you're still figuring out the patterning, you can always go to your body weight. Okay? Bend the knees, break at the hip, get into that deep ready position where the glutes are activated. Push the hips to neutral position. You're getting all your force and momentum from the hips, and then that's driving the kettlebell up so you can catch it in rack position, okay? All right, 5 more reps. Let's go. Five. Good work. Okay, I hope that felt good for you. It's one of my favorite exercises, really. I don't know why, but I just love warming up with it. And it's just your foundational kettlebell movements. Once you master that, getting into the swing and the clean and the snatch and everything is just so much easier. All right, so we're done 3. We're done our technique. Now we're gonna get into our main dish. This is where we really push a lot of volume. We kind of work ourselves to fatigue, working on our strength, building some muscle, that kind of thing, okay? So for our main dish today, we're doing upper body, of course. So we're doing a strict overhead press with the kettlebell, or you can use a dumbbell if you prefer, and then a wide stance bent over row. So we're gonna superset, I got supersets here. We're gonna superset both these for 3 sets, and you're gonna do 6 to 8 reps with your strict overhead press and your wide stance bent over row, 3 sets, 8 to 10 reps, okay? So your first set might be kind of a little bit lighter, not as challenging, and then as you progress through the other 2 sets, you really wanna push at the end. All right, guys. So overhead, if you're new, I suggest grabbing a lighter kettlebell, the 8 kilos. All right, we are going to go use our dead hang, clean, put it into your rack position to go up overhead. Elbow should be in line with your top pinky knuckle all the time, the wrist nice and tight. Once you break that wrist, you're losing the contraction of your shoulder, your bicep, and your lat, and you're at risk for injuring your wrist. So everything tucked in nice and tight, feet underneath you. You're gonna drive your fist up into the air in one line, and then your fingers will face you at the top, or face away from you, and suck it back down. 2. One more. 6. Good, keep the ribs nice and tucked. Over to the other side. Same thing, nice one line from your pinky knuckle to your elbow. Everything tucked in nice and tight, driving straight overhead, twisting at the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job, guys. Okay, right into your bent over row. This is a superset, so no rest in between. Find a bell that's challenging for you, or a dumbbell. Nice wide stance, breaking at the knees and the hips into that hinge pattern that we're always practicing, grabbing onto the handle of the bell, and you're just pulling the bell into your belly button, okay, for 10 reps, or whatever you need to make it feel challenging. Good job, guys. Shake it out. Take a little rest. When you're bringing that bell into your belly button, those shoulders should be back. Everything contracted together, really squeezing in the lats in that inner part of your back, okay? So kettlebell here, pull it in, and nice, slow and controlled on the way down. Okay, so 2 more sets. Increase your weight overhead if you can. If not, if you found kind of a comfortable weight to work with today, that's awesome. If you find you're only able to get 3 to 4 reps with your lightest weight, you can always start with a press, and then just to get a few more reps in at the end, you can do a little dip with your knees and drive up straight. That's called a push press. Suck it back in, dip, drive. Okay, but nice and strict for the first, what you can do, okay? Ribs nice and tucked. Block out the elbow. Dip, drive. Good, and change sides. Dip, drive. Good job, guys. And relax. Jump into your wide stance, bent over row. Grab a heavier kettlebell for this, or a heavier dumbbell. If you're using a dumbbell, I'll just demonstrate here. Wide stance, hinge. Okay. I enjoy the kettlebell because I enjoy how the handle feels and the way that the weight is designed. I just find it so easy to work with. Good, squeeze at the top, and slow and controlled on the way down. Oh. Good job, guys. Take a little break. Really push yourselves on this last set. And that doesn't always mean to increase your weight or go to failure. Take what you need depending on how you're feeling today. So if really pushing yourself means really just honing in on the movement, even if you're doing body weight, if you have an injury, get into your rack position. You have your invisible bell sitting on your wrist, ribs nice and tight. Drive up with conviction and suck it back down. Okay, working on all those foundational movement patterns. Take what you need and let's get into our last set. Get your lighter kettlebell and let's go. Last set, 6 to 8 reps. Dip drive if you need. Good job. Switch sides. Big inhale. Exhale at the top. Awesome work. All right, last set of bent over rows. You guys are crushing it. I'm feeling so good right now. Nice and loose, strong. Feet, I'm gonna demonstrate just from the side so you can see the positioning. Bend in the knee, slight bend in the knees. Toes can be turned out. Break at the hips, activate the glutes, and reach down for your handle. Good, squeeze those lats at the top and slow on the way down. Awesome work, guys. That was your main dish, your main lift, your big focus for today, all right? Now we're gonna get into component number 5. I like to call this the spice, the sprinkle of extra stuff on top, doing a little bit more isolated movements, accessory work. Sometimes it will be a little like a little AMRAP or a little bit of HIIT at the end if we're doing some conditioning. Today, we're just gonna focus on isolating the upper body. We're gonna do a floor press with either dumbbells or kettlebells, renegade row, and then some halos. So for this component, it's gonna be in a triplet form. So little rest in between. We're gonna try to get through all 3 exercises and then take a nice rest at the end, okay? So floor press, renegade row, and halos. I'm not gonna demonstrate at the beginning because it just takes up too much time when you guys are ready to go. So we're just gonna jump into the floor press, grab some dumbbells or 2 kettlebells. I have my 8 kilos here down on the ground. You're gonna reach over, pick up your other one kettlebell, pick up the other kettlebell. So you're in like a laying rack position. Feet planted firmly on the ground for stabilization. Drive the hips up into a glute bridge. 8 reps. Good, pull those kettlebells back down into the socket. And you're almost pushing from your hips or your belly button, not so much up in the rack position, okay? little rotation at the top, lock out the elbows. 8, awesome job. All right, right into our renegade row. You can use kettlebells or dumbbells for this. The only thing that I just want to caution you on is that the kettlebells do require a lot of wrist and core stabilization, okay? So if you're not quite there yet, you will feel in your renegade row quite far from the floor, and it can be a lot safer if you just use some dumbbells hanging onto the dumbbell handle down there, okay? So, but if you feel like you're ready, it's always a little bit easier when your kettlebells are a little bit closer together just to tighten up that center of gravity. Feet about hip width apart, bum down, core nice and tight, and we're gonna get into our renegade row, 6 on each side. Let's go. Good, keep that elbow tucked. Good job, guys. Push for those last reps. And then get into, you can do your halo from standing or kneeling. I'm gonna go from kneeling today. Down on the ground. Lighter kettlebell for this. Bring your kettlebell up into your rack position. Ribs stay nice and tucked. Okay, bums tucked, cores tight. Bringing the elbows up, kettlebell to the right ear, elbows face the ceiling, kettlebell comes to the left ear, back down around, and then the opposite direction. Nice exhale when you get back to neutral. Good, 2 more. Good job, guys. Minute rest here. Grab a drink of water. Shake out the shoulders. All right, floor press. When you guys are ready, back down on the ground. Get into that bridge position. And my mic is still working. All right, guys. Grab your kettlebells, feet firmly planted, hip drive up, squeeze the glutes, and let's start going. 1, 2. All right, guys, that's 10 for me. If you got another one in the tank, good job. All right, into our renegade row. Grab your dumbbells if you need. Or get those kettlebells lined up. Do what you can. 6 reps per side. Get the core nice and tight. Bum tucked. Let's go. Two more. Oh, that feels good. All right, guys, right into your halo. Get that kettlebell up in rack position. Nice tucked ribs, bum tucked, core tight. Elbows to ceiling, close to the ears. Kettlebell close to the ear and back down. Really work on your breathing here. Big inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good job, guys. Okay, take a water break. 30 seconds to a minute. Shake it out. Last set. Let's push hard on this one. Your brain will always give up before your body will. So when I'm talking, saying, oh, 2 more sets, 1 more, or 2 more reps, or 1 more rep, that's really just to give you an idea of the rep ranges that we want to be in. But if you still got 5 more in the tank and you're feeling good, then go for it. This is your time to be in control of your body, and you know what you need best. So I am here as a guide, but you always want to do what's best for you and take what you need out of it. It's very important. So down on the floor, into your floor press. Always be careful picking up the kettlebells. Feet planted on the floor, hip drive up, squeeze the glutes. All right, let's go. Nice and strong. Good work, guys. Okay, into your renegade row. Last set. I know these can kind of be tricky. A lot of stabilization. They're like one of those things that you just like love to hate or hate to love. I don't know. But they're in the program a lot anyways, because they're just so amazing for strengthening your core. All right, down into your plank, belly button to spine, bum tucked, neutral spine with the head. We don't want our head cranked up here or down like that. All right, let's go. Good. Make sure your hips are staying parallel to the floor, so we're not twisting or bending in our hips. 2 more. Nice. Good work. All right, guys. Seriously, last exercise, halo, and then we're gonna get into our 6th component, which is our cool down. So give it all you got. Focus in, and let's go. Good, ribs stay tucked. Kettlebell close to the ears. Elbows close together. 2 more reps. 1, 2. Awesome work. I wish I could high five you guys right now. I'm so pumped. Okay, now for our cool down. 6th component. We always want to do a little bit of a cool down. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm done my workout, I'm like, I got stuff to do, I gotta go. So just a nice, quick cool down. I love to incorporate like yoga poses and stretching, sometimes like just like a plank hold, just to connect with my breath, that kind of thing. So today we are going to do a cat into crow into child's, just moving through those motions about 5 times, and then I'm gonna let you guys go, and if you wanna do kind of like an independent stretch on your own, stretch out the shoulders, stretch out the back, all that good stuff, feel free. Okay, so just down on your mat in tabletop position, we are going to release the belly button down to our mat, gazing up at the ceiling. This is your cat pose, just releasing that core. Nice big inhale, and then we're gonna go the other way. So belly button, suck it up to the spine, round out the back, drop the head. Good, and then push back into child's pose. Forehead can plant on your mat. Just feel that nice stretch through your back. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Trying to elongate that exhale. And then come back up into tabletop. Get into your cat's pose again. Release the core. Belly button down to the mat. Head up. Good. Release the head down. Curve in the back. Tuck the belly button to your spine. Move through this if you feel that you need. It feels so good in the shoulders. And sit back down into child's pose. Head on the mat. Couple of nice deep breaths here. Let the belly just fall. We just activated our core for a good 40 minutes, so we just want to let that release, let our shoulders release. Feel everything relax in your forearms to your fingertips, and just sink into the mat. Nice big inhale. Elongate that exhale. Good job, guys. Pull yourself off of your mat. Oh, thank you so much for being here with me today to do this upper body workout. Again, as we move through this 12-week program, things will progress. Exercises are going to get a little bit more challenging. We're going to incorporate some different complexes into our movements. And by the end of this 12 weeks, my goal for you is just to feel super comfortable and confident picking up a kettlebell, being able to put together an effective workout for yourself and see some major changes in your strength, your endurance, your power, and just how you feel in your everyday life, whether it's if you're living with pain or you're living with immobility, just to start to really embrace living in a healthy body. So that's what this is all about. Again, this is Balance with Bells, 12-week progressive program. I'm going to be posting this video on to YouTube as well as into like a membership, an online membership component for people who want to do live workouts with me, as well as have kind of like a full workout library so they can just kind of like pull and play for the days that they can't make it on the live. So YouTube will have some of the videos, but not all of them. And then we're going to have a membership component with hopefully a huge community where we can all kind of get together, people who want to train the same, and just feel inspired with what I'm kind of putting forth onto YouTube with my workouts and that kind of thing. So if you have any feedback for me, or you enjoyed this workout, or you want more, just comment below, subscribe to my channel, hit the thumbs up. That would be awesome. It's the way that I grow and can be able to put my stuff out there and for the algorithm to pick it up. So I would really appreciate that. And again, go eat some protein, get like 30 grams of protein in you, eat some carbs, drink some water, and I just hope you go and have an amazing rest of your day.